Oh, minus Fox 9. Oh, minus Fox 9. So thank you, Nine Fox. I said it before in my reaction video for Venom when it first came out, and I'm gonna say it again. Venom is one of my favorite Marvel characters. He is one of my favorites. He's one of my favorite Spider-Man villains, and he also is one of my favorite Spider-Man hero spin-offs. Because at one point, Flash Thompson actually gets Venom and becomes Agent Venom, and it's freaking cool. I love it. And I kind of want to read the one that this movie's kind of based off of. But I just finished watching, let me go ahead and put him back over here. But I just finished watching the new Tom Hardy movie, Venom, which we got a cool comic book for it. My brother, man, I wish he was here. I wish I was there. But, I just got out of Venom, and it is fun. It is a really fun movie. I really do like this movie where, even though they do, spoilers I guess, they do show like an ending clip in the trailer, which kind of sucks. And it's the clip that everyone's like, what the like everyone's kind of like laughing or snickering at. But this movie honestly is really fun. And I'm kind of really hoping they are going to make a sequel out of this. I like the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies. I did like those. And it did suck when like they said, oh, we're going to recast for Tom Holland. And even though Tom Holland does a good job and everything, but I was like, man, I liked Andrew Garfield one. I like that better than the Tobey Maguire ones. Maybe I just need to rewatch the Tobey Maguire ones, even though I saw the first one at one point like a couple years ago and I was like, eh. I heard the second one's really, really good. I remember watching it and I'm like, I don't kind of like the whole superhero lost powers kind of thing. But in any case, beside the point. Venom, where basically if you've seen the trailers, you kind of get a gist of it, where basically there's this evil corporation called Life, which immediately reminds me of the movie that came out like 2 years ago, called Life, that everyone thought, oh, this is a Venom prequel or backdoor kind of Venom prequel movie. And honestly, I could really see that. And I feel like if Life would have done better, it probably would have. But, because like it's literally called Life, where like they say like, oh, we found a meteorite out in space, even though that one was a satellite. Our people trying to bring it home, but they crash land and stuff. And like it literally is kind of like the ending to Life almost, except crash landing in the ocean, they crash land on Earth. But and it would have been cool if they would have actually had the creature act like a symbiote, but they didn't. Whatever. Beside the point, Venom. But basically, Venom symbiotes crash land on Earth. The Life Corporation picks them up, takes them away. While also that Eddie Brock is actually dating this one lawyer who has some very high clientele while he is also a news reporter who, like, you know, he's good at his job, really, very good at journalism. But when he's asked to write basically a fluff piece of basically saying like, oh, just ask the very rich and powerful man that we just want to know a little bit about his space program and how it's safe. And he's like, why are you giving me this job? And that's not how I do it. He's like, just do it, Eddie. Just do it. And he's like, all right, fine, whatever, I'll do it. But when him and his girlfriend are sleeping, he gets up, goes to get a drink, and his girlfriend's laptop goes off, basically saying, oh, here's some documents about this guy. And you look it up, and basically it's that he's... Basically this guy's built his company on dead bodies, basically. Like, this guy apparently cured pancreatic cancer, but, of course, there's a lot of trials on humans that killed a lot of them. So, and, like, how he also, like, goes off the street. Like, even, like, in the beginning, Eddie Brock, it kind of is hinted at when Eddie says, like, a lot of the homeless people are missing and no one seems to care or know why. And so, basically, he uses that info, talks about the lawsuits. This then has the guy basically go, oh, there's only so many people who know this. So, basically, he gets Eddie fired from his job. He gets Eddie's girlfriend fired, which then dumps him, and they were going to get married. And basically, it cuts like, and also one of the symbiotes had escaped before, and that's Riot. I believe his name was Riot. I believe that was Riot. Yeah, and basically, 6 months later, Eddie lives in a crap hole apartment. He's not a hero. He is not a hero. Like, at one point, like you kind of see in the trailer that one guy who robs, like, the Chinese lady. like he robs her, and like Eddie kind of just sits back and does nothing, and he knows the lady who works there. But you also see that he is kind of a good guy, like this one homeless lady who takes like free newspapers and she sells them for $5, and he's like, man, that's $5. That's pretty steep for a free newspaper. She's like, you know what? Give me the, you know what? I'll $5 and I'll also sing. And he's like, you know what? I'll give you $20 so you don't sing, and I'll take the paper. And like even the lady's like, oh, thank you. Like you can tell he does want to help people, but he also knows that he's human. He knows that like, oh yeah, a bullet will kill me. Like he does try to be good, but he also knows that he doesn't have the power to do so in some cases. And like in a way that kind of hurts because like I'm like, it's Tom Hardy. I've seen this guy kick the crap out of a crap ton of people. I've seen Tom Hardy be scary. I've seen Tom Hardy be a villain. I've seen Tom Hardy be a hero. And like it's like, I feel like Tom Hardy can fight, but then again, yeah, it is kind of holding like even though he's big in muscle, I doubt. I still bet like if I point a gun at someone who's big in muscle, just get the fuck away, man. But yeah, so basically, he gets down his luck, and you kind of see this part in the trailer too, where like one of the scientists goes to Eddie and basically says, after like the head guy of the company is basically bringing homeless people in to be used as symbiote hosts because the symbiotes keep killing them, and apparently it's like blood transfusion where it has to be the perfect match with like the blood and DNA and stuff like that. So basically she goes to Eddie and says, you need to come with me. We need to write a story and stuff like that. Eddie says, I'm done. I'm done. F humanity. I'm done with this. I'm not doing this anymore. But after he runs in with his girlfriend who's moved on, who's gotten a boyfriend, stuff like that, and like he's just contemplating life, he's just like, you know what? Fine. Just give me the job. I'll do it. And basically he goes to the lab, finds out that the woman that he paid the $20 to, the homeless lady who was nice or whatnot, who he was nice to, that she was used as a test subject, busts that open, symbiote comes out of her, enters him, he becomes then you basically see him slowly spiral out of control, which I really love because this movie, for one, it isn't a superhero movie, so you don't really need to have him really save anyone, but also like you can kind of just have more fun with certain things, I feel. But, like, basically he starts going a little crazy. He feels like hunger. He's hungry. Well, one, when he's escaping the freaking people, like, people are shooting at him, and he's, like, kicking down doors, running, jumping off a wall, hitting them. He's like, what the heck is going on? Climbs up a tree. And it's also funny because he's afraid of heights, which is freaking great. But basically from there, you slowly see as, like, it's kind of like a werewolf monster movie, kind of, as the symbiote slowly is kind of, like, working his way into his brain and stuff. And kind of like that. We're like, he's like, hunger, or freaking the part you see in the trailer where you don't hear it. It's like a part where like Eddie eats like all this like raw meat and all this stuff. He's like, oh, he throws up in the bathroom. He's like, oh God, what the heck's wrong with me? Starts brushing his teeth, looks up in the mirror, and you just hear Eddie, and you just hear him go, ah! He flies backwards and hits his head against the wall and just passes out. And I'm like, oh my, like me, like everyone in the theater was just freaking laughing. And because there's a lot of funny moments like that. Basically, you slowly see as, like, Eddie's trying to, like, get his girlfriend to help him with this case. But he's, like, going crazy as he's, like, trying to find something to eat. But, like, he only wants to eat living things. So he's trying to eat, like, he's eating, like, their steak. Or he grabs, like, a lobster, bites its head off in, like, this fancy restaurant. He's like, no. And then he's, like, look, and he looks at some of the people, like, the boyfriend, like, Eddie, what are you doing? And Eddie looks at him, and he's like, he's like being like, should I eat him? And then he's like, nah, he just pushes his face away. It's like, it's stuff like that. Like, this movie has humor, and it has good humor in it, which I think is funny. Like, again, it's like little stuff like that, where, I don't know, a lot of people like Wonder Woman, and like I said, like, oh, I like all the little things that she did, like when she sniffs her hat, or like, does this, I'm like, that never really made me laugh all that much. This has a very similar thing where it's just like, he looks at him like, should I eat you? And you're like, nah, just pushes him away with his hand, or he'll jump in the fish tank and just reach down, grab a lobster, just bite its head off. And they're like, okay, we need to get you to a hospital. And they like sedate him and everything. It's really cool, and like they could easily done like the boyfriend being like an a-hole, but he's not. His girlfriend's new boyfriend Dan, but he's not. The movie is really fun. Like there's a scene where like they're in a building and like the symbiote says they're basically in the building to deliver something. They give it to like this editor guy, and like they came in through the window and it's like a really tall building. And the symbiote and he's like, all right, what now? And the symbiote goes, jump. And then Eddie looks out the window. Next thing he's just pressing the elevator button, just waiting for the elevator. You just hear the symbiote go, pussy. And it's freaking great. I love it because the symbiote gives him so much shit in this movie, and it's freaking beautiful. And also the thing is, like, out of a lot of the superpowers, I always found the symbiote's powers the coolest. Or biomass. I think that's probably a better term. I love always biomass abilities. Something similar to like the game Prototype, where that, if I'm right, because I've heard rumors that originally that was supposed to be a Carnage game, but they couldn't get the license or whatever, so they made Prototype instead with Alex Mercer and stuff. But in a sense, the reason why I like that is because it reminds me of Venom, and I really like this Venom because even this Venom is the Venom that I believe it's the same Venom I played in Ultimate Spider-Man, which was or that you play as in Ultimate Spider-Man, the game for the PS2, where like in one game you play as, I think like a day you play as Spider-Man, but at night you play as Venom, and you run around and start eating people, and like he eats people. Like this is like literally like just like bite the head off. Though I do really wish this was rated R. I really do wish it was rated R because they could have, because every time he does eat someone, they kind of cut away. They don't even show like him like consuming them or anything like that, which kind of sucks. Because I would have because like they always cut away. I'm like, wait, did he just like bite his head off and just drop the head, or did he consume the whole head? I don't know. That was the kind of stuff that I was like, dang it. But it was so cool. And like again, there's like a lot of funny moments where like that scene you see in the trailer where like the guy's busting Eddie's apartment, he's just beating the crap out of them. It's kind of like, I'm sorry, man. He's just beating the crap out of all of them. And then like at the end when they're all beaten up, the symbiote's like, good. Now bite off their heads. Bite off their heads and put their bodies in a pile. He's like, why would I do that? He's like, to bite off their heads and put their bodies in a pile. it's stuff like that. It's like, oh my god, I love this guy. I love these two together. It's freaking great. Even though at some points they kind of try to do like fake out deaths. He's like, okay, I know that's not gonna happen. I wish certain things would happen, and I even try to do like the whole breakup thing, but like that easily is like the whole like I don't trust you anymore, stuff like that. But they easily come back together. They also try to do a thing where like the symbiote, basically the symbiote's plan, all the symbiote's plan is to basically go into like that. Riot's plan is to go back into space, controlling this guy, not Eddie Brock, the bad guy, I guess, to go to space to grab the other symbiotes that are out there, millions of them, because he's like the alpha of the group, and he's gonna bring them down and basically consume the Earth. Venom was about with that plan. He's like, I don't want to do that anymore. And and Eddie's like, why don't you want to do that anymore? What? Like, wait, why don't you want to eat the Earth anymore? He's like, well, Eddie, it's funny because early in the movie he says like, Eddie, you're a loser. You're like, he basically says like, I'm in your head. I know that you're a loser. This. And I love this part because I was like, well, really, the reason why I don't want to go back is because I'm kind of a loser on my planet. And I'm like, my God. But later on, like they say, like the reason why is because Eddie made him change his mind. I'm like, I think it probably would have been a lot funnier and better if you would have literally just went with, I'm a loser on my planet and I'm kind of strong and more powerful here. So I kind of I want to stay here. Like I wish that would have been kind of what they would have done, but either way, I still liked it. There are some cliches. But honestly, it is kind of really cool seeing these. One, it's cool seeing the symbiote fight like all these like military men. Even though at some point like this company apparently is just like straight up trying to kill Tom Hardy. You see that with like the motorcycle chase scenes. And like they're like literally blowing up cars. I'm like, man, that is a lot of lawsuits you gotta freaking do, man. That's a lot of lawsuits. But again, apparently he's super rich, so who knows? But and then also he's gonna go grab symbiote in space. But I think that's before that. But in any case, but yeah, like I really like this. It was really cool seeing the symbiote. I love the back and forth between Eddie and the symbiote, or like at one point you even see like I don't want to spoil it too much, but this movie's honestly really fun. I highly recommend it. I do say to go see it. I saw this in IMAX, which I got like the A-list thing, so I got it for like free to go see in IMAX. But then also like there was a mix-up and they sent the 3D IMAX instead of the regular IMAX, and everyone in the theater's like, wait, we didn't get any glasses. And, like, they basically had to come in and give us glasses because they got the wrong copy, but they got 3D IMAX, so we're like, all right, cool. We just got better. All right, whatever. But, yeah, I like this movie. It's really good. And then at the end, they even, like, they hint at the sequel, which I'm like, you know what? Please do good. I'm really hoping this movie's going to do good. I really do, because I want to see... One, I want Venom to be the start of this kind of Spider-Verse that they're doing, and even like at the end credits, there's basically a mini clip of Enter the Spider-Verse, the animated movie that's coming out in December, and I'm like, you know what? Because they also showed another trailer for it, but I'm like, you know what? If they show that that Tom Hardy's Venom is in the Spider-Verse movie, that would be amazing, because they'd be like, oh, is this how they're going to make the like the Venomverse kind of? Let's call it the Venomverse, because if Venom's the first one, let's call it the Venomverse. Are they going to make, like, the Venomverse be, like that, like, kind of like that, like it connects with the Spider-Verse animated movie, too? I'm like, that'd be cool to see Tom Hardy's Venom come in at some point. I'm like, fudge, yeah. But I like this. This is cool. I got a cool freaking, thing. And even in the back it says "We Are Venom," which is freaking awesome. But it's actually really good art too. Look at that, Jesus. But yeah, I love this movie. I really like this movie. Is it the greatest movie? Probably not. I could have used maybe 10 more minutes of Tom Hardy and the symbiote kind of bonding, or at least giving each other more shit, and like kind of forming a relationship, kind of a symbiotic relationship through that as well. I could have used a little bit more of that. The humor in it, honestly, is really fun. Again, I just love that part. That symbiote's just like, jump! And he's just like waiting for like the elevator. He's like, no, I'm freaking scared of heights. And he's just like, pussy. But I always love the living biomass. Especially the ones where like, I also love like the whole idea of like the voice inside your head kind of superpower thing where it's like Blue Beetle, Venom, stuff like that. It's all, or even the new Ghost Rider kind of has that too. I always love that idea, and a symbiote, I always love the biomass abilities and powers, and I'm really hoping that this takes off. I'm really hoping this is going to be like a thing. We're gonna have more of these Venom movies, and as well as this whole new Spider-Verse. But either way, tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Which videos that I've done. Links are on my face, because they're on there somewhere. Please check out my other videos. Go support this movie. Go watch the movie. I love this movie. But thank you for watching. Please check out. Also, there's a scene where he said where Eddie says, he's like, I've had that thing up my ass. This basically just up his ass, and then at one point it goes down his throat, and I'm like, oh, up his ass, down his throat. Either way, I like this movie. Go check it out. Just thanks for watching. Which videos that on links are on my face. Put it on there somewhere.